Just days before the 40-round MLB draft, his name having finally been called, an anxious prospect steps up for his turn to put his plate skills on display. While preparing for the first of 2 games at the Topps Amateur Showcase, a prospect is approached by a representative of the MLB Scouting Bureau.
Daytime baseball here. Into the box, Brett Gardner. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off for the game.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Gardner.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around first, here's Gardner on his way to second. And the Yankees are in business here. It's a leadoff double.
If that's any indication, I think we're going to see some aggressive at-bats in this one. Take the first pitch of the game? No way. He squared it up and winds up on second base after a nice line drive. Great opportunity to get on the board right out of the blocks.
Here's big Aaron Judge. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Way in front of a great slider that time. Drilled to the left side. Oh, look at the sliding stop. Hats off to that one. Well, that was certainly worth another look with Showtrack. He made that play look easy, but the sliding stop is anything but. Then he rifles the ball across the infield to complete the out. Just a great play all the way around. Grounder down the line at third. First appearance for him here with the leadoff man still at second and one gone now. looped over toward first. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, what's your take on him this afternoon on the road?
Well, Matt, you walk into this yard today and it's nothing but a hitter's park. But that...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to... Standing in, George Springer. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, George Springer.
First pitch on its way. Scorched to third. Drury fields it cleanly, and a good throw gets him one gone. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, fellas, there's nobody that I'm more excited to watch play than Carlos Correa. Go look at the numbers. He hit over .310 last year and was consistent most of the year. I'm looking forward to him having another solid campaign.
Alex Bregman is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Roy. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. In past meetings with Tanaka, he hits at a .364 clip. He's taken him deep once. First offering on its way. Here's a strike. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Wade over to his right. And that retires the side. Next for New York, Gary Sanchez, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
Time for a look at the Stros on D. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that...
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Back goes Reddick at the track, but it's over his head and it hops the wall for a ground rule double.
Well, he hit that one pretty well all the way out to the warning track, and clearly there's some hard dirt out there because that ball bounced right over the wall for a ground rule double.
Standing in now, Aaron Hicks. Bouncer down the line. That winds up foul. No score here as we play inning number 2. And it's quickly 0-2. Verlander, a right-hander going 6'5". He's a veteran of 13 years at the major league level, which really points to the consistency he's shown since he first broke in.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game with this guy. You don't hang around 13 years. I always say this, you show me a good teammate, I'll show you a guy who opens the door every day, and you know exactly what you're getting. The consistency this guy has had can't go unnoticed, and he's had an amazing career.
Catch made out there in center field as the runner will tag from second. Coming to the plate now, Brandon Drury, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First pitch on its way from Verlander. Back to him, and that's off his leg. And they'll end up taking the lead and talk about insult to injury. Hopefully he's okay.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. Get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much. Able.
Oh, and he snags it out of midair, and that ends the inning. Here's Carlos Correa now. In past meetings with Tanaka, batting .500, 5 for 10. 2 of those hits were for home runs. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Correa, an imposing right-handed figure at 6'4" tall. He was a first-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Tanaka, he's the kind of pitcher that a lot of pitching coaches and managers really appreciate, and that he rarely issues the free pass. He's a strike thrower.
Yeah, Matty V, and I think every pitching coach and every manager loves to have a guy like this on his staff. He won't beat himself. He'll make you put the ball in play, and he's not afraid to get his defense allowed. He's a pitch-to-contact guy, and that's one of the keys why he's been able to be such a good pitcher at this level.
Ready now. Yuli Gurriel, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And the runner will get back standing. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Slider's in for a strike.
His approach to the plate right here has to be to the right side. If he gets it through the infield, that tying run might come around, but at the very least, that would get the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
A ball and a strike to count to the Astros first baseman. Ready with the 1-1. Swing and a miss on a nice biting slider.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today. And let's focus our attention on shortstop Didi Gregorius. Not only has this guy been knighted, yes, they call him Sir Didi back in his homeland, Curacao. He's one of the best ball players coming down the pike, starting with Andruw Jones, Xander Bogaerts, and it's Didi Gregorius this time. Pitched from the left side of the plate with power and the ability to go in the hole with one of the strongest arms in the game.
Behind 0-2 now. Correa, the runner at second with 1 away. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Into the box now. Brian McCann. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
There's another slider. That's back-to-back good sliders, and this guy's breaking ball is really good. And when he's throwing it well like he is, and he's confident with it, he can throw it 3 or 4 times in a row. A really good slider in this one.
Yankees lead this 1-0 here in inning number 2. Hit in the air out to center field. Hicks is under it. And that's the 3rd out. See the speedy Brett Gardner. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on MLB Network as we're set for the top half of the 3rd from the Bronx. Digging in, Brett Gardner, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. High in the air out to center field. Springer on the run, and he hauls it in for the 1st out of the inning. At the plate, Aaron Judge. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now a big swing, and this ball is crushed out to deep center field. Gone, and it's up onto the deck. A solo home run there for Aaron Judge. And this is now a 2-0 lead for the Yankees. What a blast that was. So here it is again, accompanied by Show Track. Great exit velocity, and the projected distance comes back at over 470 feet. An impressive thing to watch when it happened, and even more impressive to quantify with the numbers.
The first baseman, number
The
30.
left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Swing and a liner. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Also, that two-out success means Gary Sanchez will get to hit here.
Yeah, I don't know if I love the approach of pulling the trigger on that 0-0 pitch. I can't imagine that's exactly what he's looking for. The result works. Pitcher can't be too mad.
Into the box, Gary Sanchez. A swing by Sanchez, and this one soaring out into left field. Into the second deck and gone. A two-run home run off the bat of Gary Sanchez. As the Yankees start to pull away a bit, it's now 4-0.
No doubt an impressive home run, so we'll employ Showtrack for a more in-depth look. 112 miles an hour was the exit velocity off the bat, so it's no wonder why it ended up having the impressive distance that it did.
And that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate.
I mean, there's no secret right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants up at the plate right now. They're feeling frisky. They're all pulling the trigger early, and it's working.
Stepping in now, Aaron Hicks.
He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play.
0 for 1 here in the early going. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Gonzalez is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard.
Leading off for the
Evan
Astros.
Gattis now standing in as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will get foul for strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Stepping in is Josh Reddick. In past meetings with Tanaka, he's 1 for 4.
Josh Reddick.
Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. Now here it comes. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Hicks going back, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall. He hit the corner and tries for third. The tag, and he's called out, trying to stretch 2 bases into 3.
Oh, you hate to see guys run into outs, especially when it's because of an unnecessary risk. He had 2 all the way, and he clearly should have just been happy with that.
Here's George Springer. Yes, he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Tanaka into his motion. 0-1 on its way. Tough slider down low for a strike.
When you're facing a guy with this many pitches in his repertoire, I say throw everything out. 0-2, he's sitting fastball.
Seared down the first baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Ready with the 0-2. Fouled away. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Brandon Drury will bat next as we begin the top of the fourth.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Reddick moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number one. Line toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out all ambush tactics. First pitch fastball, middle in. He's able to drive that for a nice single.
Here's Brett Gardner now. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. But he will haul this in on the run as he had to go back to the warning track to do it, and there are two away.
The right fielder, number 99.
Here's big Aaron Judge. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed.
You know, we saw these guys around the cage during batting practice, and they told us they were going to be aggressive. I think this is getting a little ridiculous. They better watch themselves. If they don't start putting balls in gaps, this guy's going to find himself in the 8th inning cruising.
High and deep to right center. Springer giving chase. And that retires the side. Yanks leave one. Next up for the Stros, Alex Bregman lied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Tough pitch to lay off. The slider stays high for ball 1. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch is in there for the second strike.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he fouls this one off. Here's another 1-2. This ball's in the air now, out to right field. Judge is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.